And then I thought, well, wait, stop pressing that. Oh my god.
What's up? Welcome back to
What are you
another edition of
doing?
Sci-Fi Messes with
I'm
Nananea.
delirious.
Um, this game was
You're
actually a
right,
pretty
you
good
can set
game,
the ping.
but I'm not going to commentate on this game just because I'm going to give Nana a break from picking on her.
You gotta go
But,
get those keys.
so I've starting to notice that Siege is really just all
Keep
about
pressing
pillaging
P.
XP. I'm starting to think like everything that we do
Did the
in
servers
the
crash
game is
earlier or
really
something like that?
pointless in
I know that
comparison
booted
to
out.
getting pillaging XP, like
It
upgrading the
says that
portals.
everyone reconnected.
And I think this is a really great game to
Possibly
try and
that
prove my
crashed. I
point.
haven't heard anything about that.
We're gonna see. I'm not gonna show the game, but
He was
if you
not
want to
letting me
watch it,
quit
this game
tonight.
is the first game
I
from
don't know why I'm pressing it.
the latest MYM on the 2nd of September. Nana's
Holy
team, by all
hell!
accounts, is losing the game the entire time, and yet
Hogarth, I thought
near
you
the
were
end there,
protecting my friend.
they really pull away in terms of the portals. They have tier 4, when the other team's still just getting tier 3s.
I just told
So
you
the
to
red
stay
team's
with
really
your
crushing it
friends.
in terms of
Come
kill
back.
death. I think they have way more kills at this
Team
point in
not
time
dead.
than the blue team. You're gonna see a really cool play by Nana here. She like fakes running away and then re-engages. Right here,
Oh, the
boom.
body block. The body
Just want to
block.
watch this. Hogarth leaps away, but counter Hogarth
Boom.
leap. Anyways, that was a great play.
Team.
Um, at the end, I think the blue team has 28 kills
Right in the
to
face.
the red team's 23, but at this point in time, the red team's well ahead, and it shows on the scoreboard, right? They have tier 2, a tier 1, and then a guardian, whereas the blue team only have tier 1, tier 2, tier 1, and no guardians.
We gotta kill these guys.
So it's
Why is
we're gonna see
Minion-
this throughout the whole entire game. The red team is
I'm
just
not
constantly
dropping.
ahead in terms of
I'm not
guardians,
saying
but
drop
at the
it,
same
just a
time,
little-
the blue team's
Wait.
portals, they catch up,
No,
and eventually
wait.
they take the lead, and
Skinny
I think
girl.
that's what wins them the game.
Don't
There's
look
also a
in
couple
here.
awesome plays by Nana.
Alright, let's
Right,
get
so
these
here we
guys
are,
to
wave
get
6.
back
Blue
here.
team has taken the lead in terms of
Hey,
portals, right?
leave
They
her
have
alone.
double tier 2, and the red team still only has tier
God
1.
dang it.
Of course, they're still getting their kills, but right here we're pushing
I know
past the
you're
first
still
kill
there,
box with a pretty substantial minion wave.
Yeah, exactly.
And here's a great example of a Scrub Lord Midnight not knowing what to do.
Are you gonna bail?
Gets wrecked by a Hogarth and a bear.
She just died to a Hogarth. Oh, there's a snare here. Yep, there's
Oh
a snare
man,
here.
okay.
No, that one went.
But yeah, so tier 6. The blue team is winning in terms of portals. Red team has obviously just caught up to tier 2, but
I got a cough.
blue team's
Really
still
bad.
in there.
Hold on.
Right, so you see the blue team, they're getting pushed. Second Guardian with the boss. I mean, this Guardian's not going to survive very long.
You underestimate
Red team is
control
definitely
time.
in the lead right now.
Jump.
But in terms of portals, they are losing. And I think they're falling further and further behind.
Get at it.
We're going to see this in a couple waves really come to fruition.
I knew that was there. Stop.
Boom, right there. So just after wave 8 starts, blue team upgrades to tier 3. They upgrade to tier 3 first. Red immediately does it after, but so they're slightly behind, not much. But let's see the next upgrade. Okay, the first part of the scene has nothing to do with anything. I just want to see Midnight get owned.
Got him.
Alright, so they take the Guardian. Boom, they've tied the scoreboard. And they're going to continue pushing. And the root comes from an Ivy for why? I don't know. There's 4 people here. But look at the blue team. They're about to upgrade Helm. They're like super close. It's like 5 seconds away. Boom, there it is. So now they're double tier 3. They've actually taken the lead because of that Guardian. They also took the Guardian down. And then red team is still not close. So let's take a look. So blue team upgrades at the end of wave 9, beginning of wave 10. We'll see when the red team upgrades. I just want to do a quick check-in here. So obviously red team is still pushing hard. They're at the third Guardian on tower side, and they're breaking through the gate on Helm side, about to hit that Guardian as well. So red team's push is still active, still strong. But they are behind on portals, so let's see when they get to tier 3. So red team still does not have tier 3 on the Helm side, but you know what, I'm going to stop holding my breath on that one. I'm going to start watching this. So The blue team has tier 3 on their helm side, and they're going to be pushing here. And they got through that kill box easily. The defender wasn't there. And now Nana can escort this tier 3 wave into this Guardian. Okay, wave 13 starts, and I think finally the red team gets tier 3. So they've gotten it, what, 4 waves? 5 waves after? So that's not a good sign. You're starting to fall really far behind on the helm side. And meanwhile, if we look at blue, they're about 60%, 70% on tower, and maybe 30 to 40% on helm. So they're significantly ahead. And I think we're going to keep seeing this advantage. Because by no means is the blue team's push like super amazing. I mean, it's not like Nana's playing bad, but she's not pulling out some amazing plays. Although she does do one later, and I'll point that out. Right, so we're pushing the wave. They've finally upgraded tier 4 on tower. So that's in wave 14. They've just taken the Guardian, the second Guardian. And Nana was pushing tower. That attack got shut down, but now she's going to join the party.
Our boss did nothing? Beefy McBeeferson.
Okay, I'm sorry. Come on, Nana. There's like 5 people there. Like, you just had to aim somewhere between the 2 pillars, and you just have to hit the pillar. Come on. Anyways, so we see Lysander's doing some work. Lysander's revived a couple ogres.
No.
And now we have like a 4-man push over here against a 4-man defense, but there's ogres keeping them safe, and there's Lysander reviving the ogres. It's just, this is crazy right now. They might get this Guardian.
Got it.
Oh no.
That was a lot of damage.
So they finally took down Lysander, but damage done. I mean, they finished the second Guardian and chipped the third Guardian maybe like 50%, not quite 50%. There it is. So at the end of wave 16, blue team has now double tier 4, and I doubt red team's even close. Maybe 50% on the tower side, but I doubt they're even close on the helm side. So this is, we're really going to see this take its toll on the red team. They're just not going to be able to handle these minions. And it's not like the red team is just like failing. I mean, here they have another boss. They're sending another boss.
Why am I the only one killing him?
Blue team has committed an entire 5-man defense to it.
Stop hitting me.
And I don't think this boss gets any objectives. But, I mean, the red team is still successful and still able to do stuff. It's just they're so far behind in the portals, it doesn't really even matter like how strong their push is. And then it doesn't really even matter that they're a pre-made. I don't know if it's 3, 4, or 5, but they're definitely grouped up in a party.
You did it. Good job.
And it doesn't matter though. They're so far behind in the portals. Okay, and here is probably one of the greatest plays I've ever seen, no joke, with any hero, any person. So, Nana gets really low with Hogarth. She pops shield, she hits Jedi for a little bit. So Jedi's fairly low too at this point, but Nana's lower, right? Nana also still has Ring of Last Stand, but check this play out. She's hiding inside her minion wave and just regenerating all her health thanks to all the feels. And by the time that Jedi comes back, she's already back to 50%, which is way more than he has. And then she's just like, peace late, I'm out of here. And she rejoins her tower attack. Meanwhile, the tower side, they've been crushing it. They got, looks like 2 kills, the Guardian, and they're about to win the game. And she kept Jedi Midnight, the level 19 person, the person who was carrying the red team, busy. I mean, that's a huge play. But as you can see, the tier 4, GG, just like that. Pre-made, doesn't matter. Strong attack, doesn't matter. So yeah, I was very impressed by that play on Nana's part at the end there. Honestly, that play may have won them the game. A significant play because she kept that defender busy for so long. I mean, and that's, to me, like, I'm so blown away by that play because it's such a non-linear play, right? It's such a counterintuitive way to play. You know, when you're low, you run away. But she didn't run away. She just hid inside her little minion wave. And Jedi Midnight's too scared to run in because Jedi Midnight himself is also low.
Skull Ninja does have an
Maybe a misplay, not realizing that Nanak is regenning that fast, because probably not many people play Hogarth and don't realize that tier 4 Weaver is ridiculously strong. But, I mean, an amazing play by Nana. I mean, she could have ran away. She still had Ring of Last Stand at the same time. I mean, those are like the types of plays that are really going to kick you up. But anyways, here is the scoreboard. I'm just going to pause this. And I just want to look at the scoreboard. So if you count up the kills, there's 29 kills on the blue side, 23 kills on the red side. So you're like, okay, there's definitely more kills on the red. But I'm going to take away 2 of them because they happened at the very last wave. So I really can't count them towards any pillaging XP. I mean, it was on the wave that they won. So it's 27 to 23. I mean, if you're really going to say that those 4 kills is what made the difference in terms of the XP, I mean, I got to disagree. I mean, just look at the Midnight on the blue team's pillaging XP, 18.9k. And look at the red team. Like, who's the closest person there? 6,000? 6,000, or let's call it 6,500. I'll just give you that 10 pillaging XP. I mean, that's pitiful. That's pitiful. So it's kind of weird to see because the red team was a double tier 3, right? You would expect to see more, but I think they were getting it all from their kills. And the blue team they were getting some kills in the beginning, but they were definitely losing in that respect. But they kept pillaging, and as you can see, 18,900, that's a lot. That's a lot for this game. And they just took the advantage, and I think the tier 4 is what won them the game. So, yeah. Let's see some other examples from other games. I just wanted to take a long time on this one game so you can kind of understand what I'm talking about.